Sounds right.
Snappy, won't you? I have some very heavy thinking to do before 10 o'clock.
So Kyle, what's with you and garbage cans? I mean, are you gonna hit this one or?
All right, and we're rolling. Here today with Kass Kielly-Burke, co-founder of Kaks Inc. All right, and Kyle Holloway. He's been a guest on the Kaks Bar and Podcast many times. He also is a photographer. I'm going to put all of his things on the show notes. He's a realtor for BRIX Real Estate. If you're buying a house, you're buying a condo, you're buying an acreage, you want to flip a house, you want to flip a condo, you want to flip an acreage, you're buying a castle. Get this guy. Knows what he's doing.
Not with castles.
Okay, never mind.
Oh,
I was told otherwise.
He sold my parents their house. It was awesome.
Exactly. And Kyle's,
actually, I love that place too. It's like this cool, quaint little place, and
yeah, it's a little Ross Carrick action. Yeah, it's pretty in the heart of everything. And
what's Ross Carrick mean?
Oh, that's the neighborhood.
Oh, okay. But I don't know. I just think of DQ Boness. That's all I think.
Yeah, landmarks. I definitely go by landmarks a lot for sure.
Yeah.
When I was growing up, it was never like, oh, here's the address. I was like, what's the closest arena?
I'm still like that. I'm so bad with directions.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That's the only way I had directions when I was young. I was like, I don't know what that means. So now with my job, I got to know that stuff a bit more, but it's still a bit of a struggle.
Mm-hmm. Hey guys, we're doing so good so far with not talking over each other. Like we just got to make sure each person chats. It's like we each try to like let them chat. Otherwise, the guest is going to be like, oh fuck, this is a fucking gong show as they're listening to it.
I've heard a few live podcasts before.
Yeah.
One of my friends, Jay Bush, and maybe he's listening. He was a big podcaster at Magic the Gathering, like huge. They even labeled him King of the North. So he got shirts bought for him, everything else. Every time a Magic event happened, he was like this. Anyways, but they did a live podcast, one of this huge event, and it just sounded like I actually turned it off because people were over talking each other.
Mm-hmm.
And it just sounded, and you hear everyone else in the background, it just sounded like nonsense.
Yeah, you couldn't follow it, right?
Yeah. Totally.
Mm-hmm.
And they were talking about some super cool strategy. Oh, have you seen this deck? And hey, I have a funny story. But then they were all like laughing on top of each other and want to play like a silly game, and it was nonsense.
Well, that's like in some cultures where it's not what you're saying, it's how loud you say it. Shawn, you'd know about that.
Yes, my culture. Yeah. Oh, by the way, so why we're having this impromptu podcast is Kyle's also a videographer and photographer. One of his first companies he started when he was 18 with our buddy Josh was called Pause Photography. Like, he's a man of many talents. So Kyle right now just did a video photo shoot for us. The video will be up soon, and you can see the progress of Kaks. He had a very artistic angle and taste on his vision for showing the bar before and after. So I hope everyone's gonna enjoy those clips when it shows up there.
The worst part about that whole process is like the organization for it, the time it takes to film, like the props and everything. It's like a shitload of work goes into that video and the editing and everything, and it will literally be 30 seconds long at the max. It
gives you a newfound respect for people who do any movies, right? They have like hundreds of hours of footage, and they have to condense it to 2. So I mean, it's actually wild when you really think about it.
And if you think about it too, like 30 seconds of footage, okay, but that's 30 seconds for, let's say, you, 30 seconds for me, 30 seconds for you, and then you hit 1 million views. Like, that's a lot of seconds. At that point, right? Like, or someone who repeats it, or whatever it is. So they're all cumulative, or at least compounding to a point where, like, this 30 seconds means a lot more than maybe an hour and a half movie, because I can't sit down and watch fucking Avengers Endgame every day. It's 3 hours long.
Oh, you could.
It's ridiculous.
It's a real problem.
I mean, I would love to, but that's that's a real problem.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah, people's attention spans have been literally condensed to 15 seconds, maybe 45.
Well, did you hear Carter? Because whenever he's trying to watch I give him my crave or whatever, he's trying to watch some shows, but now he has to throw his phone upstairs just to watch it because he can't focus on the show.
Oh, because he'll always look?
Yeah, because of TikTok.
Yeah, that is true. But on the flip side, though, I feel like something like TikTok, I'm absorbing more information that, like, right to the point. You know what I mean? Like, unless you're just watching another bunch of women do their dances or whatever. But like those cool videos with, for instance, on my feed lately is dental shit. Like, I never knew how to root. I know I'm not even into that, but I clicked on it a few times, and then I was stoned and watching it, and I got mesmerized by it. But now now I know exactly like kind of how a root canal happens and like a complete tooth replacement, but they cut right to the chase. So I feel like, I don't know. I don't think TikTok's actually bad as far as it's just how you use it.
It's how your algorithm determines how you use it.
Yeah.
And it's cool that you're getting like weird stuff that you're like
educational stuff.
Yeah, I think you'd like.
Well, here's a real question.
Dental root.
What live feed comes up on you guys?
Live feed?
Like
you mean the
when you're
For Me,
scrolling,
right?
like For Yous?
Yeah.
And there's a live guy or a live person, like, every
I don't need to get into that one
That's
for me.
really, I know. It's fucked.
I never tune in. Actually,
they are on the algorithm. Those live feeds are on the algorithm.
You know what? Actually, the only live feed that I've actually tuned into was when it was like a fight night or like a boxing event.
Oh,
but it's always like crooked.
Yeah, so you just turn your phone and you're like, "Thanks, user 664964," and you're like, "Ah, nice, sweet." But I usually have no clue what I'm watching because it's like some UK boxing event, and I was just like, must be popular because that's what pops up in my live feeds. It's like illegal streaming.
Yeah, I had illegal streaming for Super Mario movie.
Allegedly.
Like the whole movie?
Allegedly.
Somebody's in the theater?
Yeah,
That's
I don't know if they were in the
allegedly.
theater. They could have been at home. I have no idea, but all I know is that it was obviously sideways, and then I had to turn my phone sideways. Yeah. But I could watch. It was shit quality. I didn't keep watching it.
It sounds like
I've had someone who
you allegedly had this happen.
Allegedly,
Yeah.
And I also saw somebody pulling pearls out of oysters.
Okay, that's what I mean. These weird little things.
Yeah.
But where else would you have taken the time to watch something like that? Unless it was on a quick TikTok reel or short.
And I'll tell you right now, I was beside Nicole. I'm like, let's look at these live people. And we just kind of keep going. And this person was pulling pearls out of oysters. And she was just like, this is so cool. Remember, because it's the sound. He's in a big sink. There's water going. And then there's beautiful pearls coming out.
Yeah.
And then, but he's doing it, I guess, people pay him to open it up. And then he sends the pearls that are good to that person.
Yeah, it's like their unboxing for their stuff that they're going to eventually have.
And also Pokemon cards. I don't know why it keeps coming up on mine. Well, I mean,
it's because you're into Pokemon.
I have a feeling.
Don't collect Pokemon cards, so I don't.
Yeah.
But you know what? There is something about like someone opening a Pokemon card and like seeing this cool.
Yeah.
Pokemon is not something to be like ashamed of anymore, man.
No,
fucking Logan Paul came out with that, walked out with $1 million Pokemon card.
That one, like there's only 10 in the world, hey?
Huh? There's only 10 in the world, but this is crazy that card is $1 million, $2 million, like
he bought
for
it for $2 million.
Pokemon card.
And I don't know if you ever watched. Did you ever watch the story of how he got it?
No.
Okay, he heard about this. Like, okay, there's this fucking big society on eBay that grades cards. So like, if you give a 10.0 on a thing, they've only done that maybe 3 times, or it's been more than that. Don't quote me. So allegedly, but. They graded this like shadowless. So shadowless means on the text there's no shadow behind the text, but all other cards are printed this way. And then it was in perfect condition or whatever, so it's graded as a 10.0. So that's how they get that $1 million value. Now,
off a misprint, basically?
Yeah, essentially. And then this person, so he heard about this card, and this guy ended up calling him because Logan Paul has such a huge influence that he got a call from this guy saying, are you interested in buying this card? Because I'm willing to sell it. Is it for what much? And then he went for $1.5 million, and the guy showed up with his Pikachu collection, just Pikachu, he probably other ones, in a briefcase with security around him, shows up to this hotel that they both agreed on, and he opens it up and then looks at it. He's like, oh my God, he's going through all his Pikachus and stuff like that. He's like, this is amazing, but I really want this other one. He didn't bring the one he wanted to actually buy, that $1.5 million one, but he knew it existed.
It's just so crazy. It's like people are dealing Pokemon cards, like they're dealing fucking like Picasso's painting, or like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, look at how far we've come.
They canceled the deal. Like, he wanted 1.5, and the guy was like, no, I want 2.5 or whatever, and they canceled it. Eventually, it was like a year and a half later or 2 years later, he contacted him again, and then they worked on it. He finally saw the card again. This whole thing happened. They went to a hotel. They went to another room, and then all these cards were laid out for him. He looked at it, and then they finally agreed on a thing, and that was the card that he wore when he went to WWE.
Or when he fought Floyd Mayweather, I think it was. But
no, it was Charizard.
Okay. Oh, he did. Oh, so he has multiple of these fucking $1 million cards.
The Charizard, I don't know if it is million. I know the Pikachu one was because he also matched his entire uniform, the WWE to.
Oh, right. Yeah. Fuck, man. Yeah, you gotta give him props. We gotta give him props. It's just, but what a weird world we're in now. You know what I mean? Like it's
Nah, that hasn't changed, man. Everything's always been as much as someone's willing to pay.
that is true.
The worth of something is always as much as someone's willing to pay, right? So like it doesn't matter what it is. Like there's people out there that are buying Doritos that look like Jesus.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
What?
Like
I never know about the toast, but there's no.
oh yeah, there's like Doritos that are like shaped in like oh that looks like the Son of God, and people are like oh adios míos tortillas. Like it's
Fuck, man.
wild.
Okay, I gotta look this up.
Yeah,
Like
it's a real
this
thing.
just naturally
People pay
occurred.
like 30,000. Yeah, it's like it pulls it out of the bag, and it's like it's a sign of God. It's his son. I
What
don't
if
know.
you
They're all
cheat-
Spanish, apparently. I
What
don't
if
know.
you chewed it up and then put it back in the bag and then opened it?
I don't know. What if somebody carved a Doritos to make it look like Jesus? Who knows?
Fucking
Yeah.
crazy shit.
But yeah, it's always it's weird how that everything's always been the value of something is only as much as
So
someone's
the
willing
Lord
to pay,
shows
man.
himself in our snacks.
Yeah, well, if that happens, man, like save it because you could sell it. So yeah, don't just don't chew up your own profits. You know what I mean?
So the Freemasons is praised like a Doritos Jesus.
I have no idea. I don't think we're supposed to talk about the Freemasons.
We will talk about Freemasons. I actually have a Mason member coming on soon for a coming up podcast. So stay tuned for that. We're gonna interrogate him, figure out what he knows.
Interrogate 'em?
What he knows, how do you get in? Like, what's going on there?
Feeding them. Hey man.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. Like obviously, like Kyle knows, but like Cass, you've seen the Stonecutters episode of Simpsons, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just always imagine that's actually what the Freemasons do now. I'm
So
sure
Adonis-
once upon a
Adonis
time,
has the tattoo on his butt, the shape of an anvil or whatever.
Oh, man, fuck. Yeah, no,
Release the stone of shame
but
and attach the stone of glory or whatever it is.
oh fuck.
Oh,
Just the very end where he's like, no Homers Club or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he's like, he's in. He's like, no Homers.
yeah,
We're allowed to have one.
that's all I watch
So,
lately, man.
what's the guy's name that voices most of the Simpsons?
That's Hank Azaria.
Hank Azaria.
Yeah,
He. I've been kind of binge watching Friends lately,
yeah.
and I think he's hilarious in Friends.
He's hilarious all the time. He's also what movie is he in? Long Kim Polly, I think. Where he's the
Run, Fat Man,
he's the
Run.
he's a scuba instructor, I believe.
No, that's
Yeah.
a different guy.
Pretty sure that's Hank Azaria because he just got ripped for that role.
Oh,
He's also got a show where he's a baseball announcer,
maybe
and
actually.
it's actually so good.
I know he's ripped. I know he used to be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's absolutely hilarious, man. He's got such range.
He.
That's actually another thing that pops up a lot on my feed. I think it's probably because I always watch it. If it's people who do voices or like characters for like animated shows and stuff, I will pretty much always watch it because it's just like hypnotizing to me. I'm just like, how?
I love voice acting.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh,
It's,
dude, I think you both could be some really good voice actors. You do have like distinct sounding voices. Like,
But that's
Like-
that's our own voice, man. It's like how they mimic other voice, or I guess we have to
Yeah.
create a character. Is what you're saying? Yeah.
well, Mark Hamill is probably one of the most distinguished voice actors out there too.
no, but I just, boys, I'm not like blowing your dicks here. I'm just saying
Oh.
you both have like,
That's correct.
you both
Wow.
have like
Well, why am I
really
here?
distinct.
Yeah, I
To
was
me,
told.
anyway, I don't know. Maybe the audience will feel otherwise, but you guys have very distinct voices. Like I could picture you guys in a cartoon, like a Ren Stimpy, but with your voice and his voice. You know what I mean? Like it's like
How
it's
you
like
doing? Yeah.
no, you don't have to just talk normal.
That's
So
what
it's
Ren
not voice
Stimpy.
acting; it's just voice recording.
Yeah.
Sweet. I'm down.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like
I would love
Ryan Reynolds has a distinct voice.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like it just
Played Pikachu.
oh yeah, he was Pikachu.
Yeah.
But who else has like a who else has like a distinct voice? Like when you think about it, like
James Woods.
James Woods, interesting example.
Yeah.
Adam West. James Woods.
Adam West, James Woods, right? Well, Casey Kasem from
Alec
like
Baldwin.
like you know what I mean? Like it's like no, you guys have like distinct
This
voices, man.
request comes in all the way from Tennessee.
Yeah. Oh fuck, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, Kyle, I do want to get to you for a second here. Like, so where'd you learn your video stuff and your photo stuff? Was that just a natural interest you had? Because
Photography. I actually graduated from SAIT with a certificate
Oh, no way.
in photography.
oh, okay,
Don't sound impressed. It's art school. All that means is the check's cleared. You can't fail art school. They're just like, all right, yeah.
actually, you took a lot of these random schools because I remember when we first turned 18, you're like, hey, check this out, and it's like Kyle Holloway, Fine Art School of Bartending,
yeah.
like bartender certificate. And back then,
Yeah.
I didn't know better, so I'm like, oh, you need that to bartend. And then you're like, you know what? I'm gonna go get my plane license next or whatever.
Plane license. Pilot's license.
Pilot's license. Yeah. And then you're going like, you're trying to fly a Cessna. I remember. And then now I didn't realize you actually went to SAIT again and got your photography school. Like,
I got a certificate in photography, so it was pretty cool. I really enjoyed that, but like ironically, I don't have any other artistic abilities. Like I can't draw. I can't play any music.
You could see angles though, real good. You know, like you had a lot of cool skateboarding photos back in the day, and like I mean, just shit like that. I was like, oh fuck, you know, like.
Well, you have a creative side, right? Like you can see it at a different angle.
Yeah, and I didn't know I had it until I actually. And the only reason why I took photography is because I almost got kicked out of school because I had enough credits to graduate. So I was there. Like, I'm just not showing up for these classes. And they're like, you can't be a part-time student here. And I was just like, all right, put me in whatever. And they're like, what do you want to go in? I was like, I'm literally not going to go. And they put me in Comtech. And so I found out how to do like darkroom development, like actual film. Yeah. So I learned photography on film. That's how old I am. And
my mom had one of those. Yeah. A darkroom?
Yeah. And so it was really cool because, like, you actually had to learn what you were doing with the settings.
How did you feel if anyone, like, knocked the door?
No, I don't care.
And just open up the door?
Well, that happens.
Dude, that just blows my mind because back in the day, you remember you have to go to London Drugs to get your film developed? So, like, if you had an intimate night with your lady friend and then, like, that guy absolutely saw everything.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Photo, like, that guy saw some creepy stuff for sure.
Yeah.
I wonder what was the law? Saw.
What?
Like I would like interview one of them, like bring them on the podcast, and just say, "What is the craziest fucking?"
Well, where do I even find these people anymore?
Yeah.
like I mean, yeah, like that.
You'll find a 20-year-old vet, maybe.
Yeah, but like, it's not that shocking because people with their phones now and Snapchat do the same thing. But I'm just saying, back then, like, say you had a really crazy photo for that back then, right? Like back then, it might have been, I don't know, fucking licking someone's toe or something. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like,
how about murder?
Oh yeah. Oh geez, like, I was talking about toe stuff. You went to murder. Okay.
Let's get after this toe guy. But murder, he's good.
That's probably fair.
Actually, but at the flip side, you saw this murder thing.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna mention it. You know?
Yeah, but what was the law back then?
I don't want to get murdered though. Like, I don't want him to come. Oh,
okay,
wait,
I see.
He knows that I saw it.
Yeah,
right.
But now,
like, if this toe guy, like, what's going to happen? You have to suck his toe.
Well, you laugh at the guy when he comes in.
But the worst going to happen, he saw someone's murder, is he'll murder you.
Like, would you report that back then?
Hold on.
I don't know.
Hold on. Is the toe sucker also the murderer in these examples?
No, these are two different people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, with his story, it sounds like it might be the same guy. But
okay.
So all right. You are now London Drugs kid. Here's a snare.
Yeah.
Ballsy move, by the way, leaving your beer on the couch like that.
You guys are the London Drugs people.
Yes.
Okay.
Developers, film developers.
Sure. So you see a murderer.
Yeah.
And then you see a toe sucker.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I'm avoiding both of them.
I'm giving them their photos and collecting the $5.99, and then I'm going to 7-Eleven and carrying on with my evening.
Yeah, your $1,595 paycheck. Yeah, and that's it.
I'd be like, manager, am I allowed to report this?
Okay. What happens when you hand over the photos? Do you stare them in the eye? What's happening here? What's happening in your head when you know that little packet that actually can sometimes be pretty fucking thick?
Yeah.
When you hand that over, what happens?
I put the photos between my toes and hand it to him like that. And I was like, it's like, is he?
I was gonna say,
going to ask me out or?
Do you like that? Is that what you say?
Yeah. I was just gonna hand it over and then like keep gripping onto it. So he tries to take it and I just stare him down. And then I let go. Come back soon.
When you say come back, are you spelling with C-O-M or C-U-M?
Oh, I don't know. I'm saying it, so it's all about how he interprets it.
It's just jaw-dropping stuff in this conversation. Oh, fuck, man. But Kyle, anyway.
Scenario.
I do want to say I appreciate the photo shoot. I think it's going to turn out amazing here.
Yeah, quit hyping that, hey? Like, just let them see it. It's already too much pressure on that. I think it'll look cool. It'll look fun, but
okay,
Kyle, it's gonna look awesome. I already saw the bit, and you said it was rough. If that's rough, fucking sky's the limit, buddy.
It'll be cool. I'm just glad that I got to see this whole process happen, right? Like, and I don't think the videos will do it justice, no matter how it's filmed or how it's put together. But to be in this room now, actually, just to be able to be in this room and have it with walls and have it set up is like awesome. It's so cool.
Oh, I guess it's the first time you're podcasting
in this room. Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just so cool. I remember coming in every once in a while and just seeing the gradual progress, but man, to see it from what it was to where it is, it's awesome, guys, and you should definitely feel really proud of yourselves. I know it's not as what do you call it? It's not as much of a dramatic change when you're seeing it gradually change over time, because you're like, oh right, yeah, no, this HVAC thing needs to get done or whatever. But for people like me who are coming in, saw it bare bones, and now to see it totally done up, it's pretty impressive. And you guys saw it through, so it's awesome. It looks great.
Yeah, thanks, man. It means a lot. But Kass and I will both attest. Like we're over this. We want to open. It's been way too long of a road. Holy, some of these other bars have been open. Like they start constructing after us, and they're open, and and we're like, man, we're such rookies at this.
God. No. I've actually had meetings with some of them too, and
are they running into trouble too?
Huh?
Are they having problems too? It's not just us.
They have allegedly, they have 7 state inspectors, but they are going faster than us because they were more turnkey than we were. So what I mean by that is, what a turnkey contractor, turnkey, any business is.
All their exhaust is already set up and everything.
Everything's already set up.
Restaurant before.
So our biggest issue is that we
building from scratch.
A turnkey contractor kind of business. So that's not really a saying, but and hey, here's a shout out to Shawn, fucking.
Yeah, thank you, Simon.
I think he is.
No, he's the man.
Amazing.
He's the man. Him and his crew,
incredibly intelligent.
Amazing.
Anyways, I could go on, but he made our dream work, and the reason it took so long is because there's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of background shit that it had to line up, and guess what? We're all on the fly. Okay, so we had that to deal with. Now, when you go to a turnkey restaurant, just going in, you have to think about their equipment. How long does that last? What's it been through? Is there a warranty still on it? Probably not. It's probably fucking shit. I saw I've seen some other turnkeys in the last couple of weeks, and it looks good because they flipped the fucking room and they did it, but they have to deal with other problems of the building, and that's an issue, right? So say me and you bought a restaurant that we used to work at, and we bought it again. That fryer has been going for 10 years, so we have to deal with that problem. So right now we're on the flip side of things where everything's kind of new, right? So we know, in my back of my head, I know I'm not gonna have to fix that anything. It's all new, and this is built the way we want to design. So sure, more money up front, but at the end of the day, it's built the way we want to, and it's all fresh.
Okay. So
10 years from the road, hey, we decided whatever. Someone comes in, they have to deal with that problem. They have to deal with that ecologizer,
Yeah, we got brand new. So yeah, I guess that's worth in the long run.
It really is.
Yeah, but just the roller coaster we've been through, it's.
Hey, I don't regret it.
Okay.
It's you're full of regrets.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm glad we got here, but I mean, dude, the way I look at it was I felt like you and I we were to quote to shed light on Jorge Masvidal's dad's story. Him and his friends, they were trying to escape Cuba. They literally just grabbed a tractor tire, packed whatever food, water they got. They calculated their trajectory. They're teenagers. They're 14, 15. They're like, hey, this is how a compass works. And they just jumped on that thing and tried to float to the U.S. Now they end up ran into endless problems you could think of. They were almost drowned, starving, dying of thirst. At one point, a bird flew on their tire, but the first guy was like, let's eat it. And the other guy's like, no, if it returns, that's a sign from God that we should eat it. And then that happened. They almost went crazy. Wow. And then they only landed in Dominican Republic, and then they end up getting exported to Miami. And but I just felt like that was our journey. We thought it was going to be this one-way trajectory, but it was
which is good though.
It was good. We built a lot of character, but the process was very painful. I don't think most people will want to go through that.
You're a big UFC guy. It's the same thing as you go to the ring. Remember the first time you ever went in the ring, that guy Superman punched you?
I never fought pro, but I trained. But yes, I understand. Yes.
Remember that first time?
Yes,
I remember it because I saw you the next day.
Yeah, black guys and stuff.
These two black guys coming. It's yeah, he's just fucking with you. Superman punched me because you know what? It's a journey. It's always about touching the process, right? And you're gonna get licks, you're gonna get punches, you're gonna get everything. And then at the end of it, guess what happened? No one's ever gonna Superman punch you again.
Yeah.
I I think subconsciously you'd be like prepare for it. Like I'm just gonna step one. I'm just gonna be like here.
Yeah, we learned. It just was the learning process was painful as fuck. Let's just put it that way.
Same as getting punched in the face, I guess.
Yes.
Well,
I guess we have different.
That's what I'm trying. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know anybody who's said that opening a restaurant and a bar is like super easy. I think
Everyone did that we knew. They're like, oh, it'd be like this. And we're like, oh, okay, well, why?
Yeah.
We're like, why aren't we doing this? As we went through it, we're like, oh my God.
I think realistically, it's probably one of the harder things to break into and have longevity in, right? Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of people that have bought pre-existing bars where it's like that has a formula already.
Yeah.
So you're like, okay, it's got a good location. I know that it's going to have clientele consistently, et cetera. But doing something from scratch and doing it, from the start, it's ambitious,
Yeah.
Well, and no difference in you, building that clientele up.
It takes time. Takes time. Yeah.
And I think that's just all encouraged too, because sure, you're in the realty, but then you're having some bar gigs on the side or whatever. But like,
yeah, I kind of had to at the start because, it's you do a complete career change. You're busy all the time, but you're definitely not rich yet. But it's a long play, and it's now luckily with the people and the families that I've been able to help, they spread the word for me as well while I'm still grinding.
Sure.
So it compounds on those efforts, and I think that's exactly what's going to happen with this place. Is once the word gets out, they're like, I hear they're opening soon. Oh, I heard they already did a soft launch. Like that's gonna create buzz, right? Like we just went outside and saw that the lights are now. Your signs are actually illuminated at night.
Oh yeah, there's
That's
people
gonna
sticking
pop.
their faces in windows. Like
The excitement's there.
We're gonna work so hard. It's like we've already succeeded to this. We're gonna succeed. It's just like, I'm not gonna lie. I did underestimate the process. I have to be honest. I thought it'd be easier than what it was. But you know what, Kass? But like you, I am glad we got through it. But like that was painful.
Shawn, just for the record, you are not through it. You haven't even opened. So.
Yeah, you're right. Never mind.
Yeah, just so you're aware.
We're very close to.
You're still on a raft trying to get to America.
Yeah. But we can see land now. We can see land. That's basically it.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Okay, gentlemen, I'm shut her down here. It's a quick one because these guys are both fathers to newborns, so they definitely have to get back to their babies and their wives here. All right, Kyle, thank you again for that. I'm going to plug all of Kyle Holloway's all of his work with BRIX and
don't plug any of that video stuff. I don't do that as a job. That was a favor.
Your videos. Wait a minute. But your videos for BRIX.
I do those. Yeah, I do those for me though. I'm not like getting contracted out to do that stuff.
I don't know, but those are wicked videos.
Thanks, man.
Can I put those up? Or
yeah,
okay, I'm gonna put those up. Yeah. Well, the one you and your buddy did with the touring
allegedly that we haven't opened yet. So.
But that one video you did with your co-host, like that was just a funny, amazing video where you're touring that big acreage house. Like, with the eating ice cream in every room or whatever you guys are doing.
Scotch glasses and shit. Too.
Yeah.
Clink.
Yeah.
That one we decided to cheers in every fireplace in the house, which was like 6 of them or something, and then also there was one fireplace in the bathtub. Like looking out into the. So we're like, we got to clean.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Is it the one that sold?
Oh yeah, that one.
That was the one that was like when we were
right away. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
They always sell.
I know counter.
And the guy, and funny enough, that guy, the actual buyer, he said, "Man, I saw your guys' video. You did a great job. I've just been waiting for it to go live and get posted."
Yeah.
And that was the guy that bought it unconditional.
Sick.
Full pop offer.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I was like, holy crap,
the
videos work.
It's working.
We were actually at Leopold's before we went to that Aaron's wedding celebration or whatever. And, it all happened like all at once. It was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I remember guys going, "What the fuck?" in the middle of the bar, just screaming. It's actually really exciting.
It was crazy cool. Yeah, for sure.
Great energy. Okay, everyone have a great night. But bar update. We should be opening soon. Coming week, we probably do some soft opens, and the week after that, probably the grand open. Just pay attention to all our social media. We're on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Apple, all with the handle Kaks Bar Podcast. And our website is up with our menu to Chef E-Man. The website is www.kaksbarpodcast.com. All right, everyone have a great night, okay?
And
all
hey,
right.
if not to piggyback, but hey, a like goes a long way, and a subscribe goes.
Oh yeah, like and subscribe, please.
I know it's a click of a button, hey, but it goes a long way, and we always appreciate it. So thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wouldn't be a true YouTuber if I didn't say that. So like and subscribe, like and subscribe, like and subscribe.
I'm the robot. Yeah,
like and subscribe.
No, but like what, I've done it before too, and we're gonna end it from here, but. I've done it before. I've actually subscribed to somebody because I know what it means. It means everything to the content provider, and it means minimal to me.
I'm just super happy that I wouldn't have been able to find it, guys, if Shawn didn't say it's www.
Right
first. That was
what?
It's super helpful. Most of the times people just say Kaks Bar and Podcast.com, but how are you going to find that? It's actually www.
Worldwide Web.
Right? Is that what that says? See, I'm learning all sorts of stuff here.
All I got to say is like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. All right. Have a great night. Okay.
Bye.
www. They fucking know at this point.